G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Berserker's Handmade with 25% faster fire rate and +1 perception. You might notice on the front of the gun, there's no shush tube here, and I thought to myself, sure, if I wanted to be smart whilst using a Berserker weapon, I'd keep myself hidden, not get shot at all. But we're going to try something a little bit different today, and maybe a little bit on the stupid side. We're going to be running with this without a suppressor like we're playing Nuclear Winter back in the day. It's basically the same looking handmade. We've got a prime auto receiver just for damage purposes, a line long stock, and a true barrel just for the look. Although if I wanted to use this to its full potential, I'm not going to be using bats during this video as much as I possibly can, and maybe a true stock and a true barrel would be the better pick here just for that superior hipfire accuracy. We've got a stinging magazine to increase our mag capacity somewhat. It's 25 with the stinging mag, so that's good enough. A little bit of armor pen with that is nothing to be sneezed at either. I've also got a reflex sight just for targeting stuff a little bit easier. You can see a little bit easier through reflex sight than out of your iron sights, and we've got a black paint because we're playing as a goth chick who is a berserker. So doing 52 damage right now, and you'll note that my ballistic damage resistance is nothing. We've got 25 fire, poison, cryo, and a bunch of energy resistance, but that is not going to make this thing do any less damage. So if we whack the Berserker's legendary effect on, just by equipping it now, you'll see that I've got 74 damage, which we can improve on even more. So what we'll do is we'll chuck on Commando, and also the Commando perks, because we still want to min-max despite it not doing a whole lot these days. We've got a little bit in luck over here as well in the form of Bloody Mass. We'll grab ourselves a little bit more. So we've got Luck of the Draw, Ricochet, Quick Hands, Mysterious Saviour if we go down. Nothing in the way of Serendipity because I want to have myself at full health as much as possible. We've got Marathoner, Dodgy, Action Girl, and Adrenaline. So we're going for a very run and gun in your face playstyle. And if we do get down and brought back up, we've got Revenant to give us a little bit more. And we've got Fireproof and Adamantium Skeleton, so we're not getting get ourselves crippled for no reason. You'll note that I've tuned the build to have a little bit more endurance this time because we don't need to worry about explosives or Nerd Rage, so Demo Expert and Nerd Rage can stay down. And I can drop a bunch of my energy ammo, which means I don't need batteries included either. We've got Ground Pound for faster reloads, and if I wanted to use VATS a little bit just for getting some cheeky headshots, we'll just chuck on one rank there. We won't be super accurate because we don't have all of the perception buffs, and this one is probably going to be dormant for most of the video. Might utilize it when it is strategically valuable, but that's going to be a little bit of help for the crowd control elements, so that's nice. And now with all of those perks, are doing 108. Now you might have wondered why I've got this, and that's pure coincidence, by the way. I was just rolling for the first set of overeaters that I got, because although this stops you from being damaged, it's damage reduction. Damage reduction. Sweet, sexy damage reduction. So 6% for all pieces. And you'll note that I've all got a leather here. See, it's all leather. But you'll see that I've got a bunch of low-level wood stuff as well, because I was thinking to myself that I want to use this stuff, but A, I'm not sneaking, so this shrouded nonsense is not going to really be helping much. And B, the leather armor gives you a lot more utility. See, I've got dents here, which is not going to improve this number anymore. But you might be thinking to yourself, well, you've got damage resistance here with all of the armor. Well, it is specifically calculated to give me just 10. Because if you can have just 10, if I move you on over to my effects here, and you can see that the Vault Boy is a little bit sad here. We're actually hooked on Psycho at the moment, which is going to minus our strength by 1, which is okay. We don't need that for damage like if we're doing melee, but the damage resist factor, it's minus 10. And what have we got here? 6 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 10, so that basically cancels each other out, which is great. There's also a Medic's Addiction you can pick up. That'll give you another, you can get to minus 20, but if you have your effect, if you have your I guess damage resistance at a negative, the game will count it as a positive. So I've just taken a bit of my armor off to demonstrate this, and I'm doing 85 now. And if I whack that back on, making my damage resistance 10 and equal to what the addiction gives me, I get 108. Seems simple. So yeah, I've also got something that keeps my rads down, like slowly regen rad damage in combat, which is great. I can keep my health topped up and don't have to worry about rad away. So I can keep doing cranberry cobblers and then also purified water to make me damage reduction to go up. So hopefully Berserker Winter over here won't get shot and killed all the time. But, you know, we're still kind of squishy either way. We've got a little bit more hit points than usual though. So I think that might be okay. We've also got ultralight on all of the limbs here to give me a little bit more AP for running and gunning purposes. Alright, I think that's everything. Let's get started. Also, I think if you're going to do this in your game, I would say literally grab the Overeater's leather stuff, because A, you can make it. You don't have to worry about farming this stuff on low level characters, and obviously you can make it shattered as well, which is pretty much the same thing. But the amount of utility you get out of your leather stuff, just use that. Don't worry about using wood stuff. Wood stuff is bad. Alright, we're good now? Yeah, we're good. Let's go. Okay, so here we are outside of the spray tan factory, and in fact, we got some, you see. We got some. So if I go into face, highlight head, and now you are tanned. Ah, look at you. Good and sun-kissed by the sun, and it's probably unhealthy to do that, but that's okay. Let's get started. Whoops, I sneaked. That's not good. That's not what we want. So we've also got the thing that makes your armor repair, your gun repair if you shoot stuff with it, and we kind of want to stick to cover here, although it kind of goes against the whole mantra of being a berserker, just charging into combat with reckless abandon. We kind of have to play this a little bit smart, so we'll try to hit for the heads and take it one beauty at a time. And it's unfortunate that I don't have anything in the way of sentinel bits to increase my damage reduction, but what can you do, eh? We are still very squishy. We're actually down in a node rage already, and we took a little bit of explosion damage there because, you know, we're just that squishy. So we're barely through these first lot here, and I'm dead. Okay. I mean, we're a lot more tanky than we would usually be, but 30% is not going to save you, especially when you got this much to worry about. We'll try again. Okay, I just need to get myself into the nuclear winter mindset here, because sneaking, it doesn't help you. You know what helps you? Having stim pack. So, if I fall below 20% health, we'll use a stim pack once every 20 seconds. That should keep me going well enough. Alright, we're going to pick up some more spray tan, or some sunscreen perhaps, and we'll see how we go. And remember, I just got to remember to myself that I'm allergic to the sneak button here, and we'll see how we go. We should be a lot better off now that we won't have to worry about a bunch of super mutants shooting us in open lanes, which is great. But these guys are going to be tanky, and this is why I chose the faster fire rate secondary prefix. And funny story about that. Originally, I got myself a faster fire rate prefix, and it took me ages to roll it, so I was pretty stoked to get one. But lo and behold, the tertiary legendary effect was DR whilst aiming, which would completely throw the throw the Berserker thing out the window, so that's not good. I also learned that the Med-X just gives you 25 damage resistance, like little bits of numbers, instead of like 25% damage reduction, so that was bitterly disappointing. I've never been so disappointed by morphine in my entire life, but here we are. We'll try to zero in on the head here just to bit off a little bit more than we can chew there, didn't we? Yeah, I know. Alright, let's cut through here this time, and hang on, we've already gone through there and killed Mad Max and his dogs. So, we're kind of suffering here, and what I should probably do is just top up me drinks and me waters and everything, but, like, I feel like unless you get a whole other bunch of extra damage reduction about you, I don't think that Overeaters is going to do quite enough for any tanking. Although, if we go and compare without any, you know, DR whatsoever, we're going to be absolutely cream. So I am thankful for what we got, but, you know, there's not a lot of a DR there to soften the blow before we get to the... Actually, I don't know how it's calculated. Does it go DR first then? I mean, damage reduction first, then the resistance, which is like the little shield thing you see. Because if it depending on how it's calculated, you might get a lot or basically no benefit at all from this type of thing. And we'll wait till he has to reload. No, we'll just peek through his automatic fire. That's what Berserkers do, right? Ah, it's a doggo. That's alright, he goes down. Unfortunately, or fortunately for us, not a huge threat. And maybe I should go a couple more ranks of the other thing. Oh god, we're being charged at by a dog. That's okay. We've got a nifty reload. A quick reload even. And we can go and fill him with bullets. And alright, so things have gone pretty terribly so far. We might need to just tone down the aggression a little bit. 146 with a bit of adrenal reaction. And the rest of the adrenaline onto that, which is, it's not nothing, but we're paying dearly for it in blood. Are you sweating, Winter? That's weird. Now, I am aware that I could simply wear just any old outfit over the top of this to, you know, conceal that I'm not actually wearing any armor at all, but I'm guessing someone out there really loves the vanilla body and they just want to see it, so there you go. Kind of what I do with Berserker weapons. If you're not naked, you're not doing it right, just like with a few other things in life that we will not speak of. Next up, Ghoul Slaughter, and we should be okay depending on how we go here and how much we actually fight at once here, because these guys aren't going to be shooting at me, which basically means I get the initiative and I get stuck on a pole. That's got nothing to do with the Berserker and being naked though, alright? That's got nothing to do with it. Next, we'll go into the room here and slot some more ghouls, liking the Firerate. I think the Firerate is sort of carrying me here, and ooh, you don't do a lot, do you, mate? Oh, poor little babby ghouls. They can usually one-shot me at 20% health, but now I've got armor, just depleting my rads as we're playing, which is nice. Or actually, no, I've got to wait till I'm out of combat. It'd be overpowered if it happens during combat. Or would it? Who knows? We'll keep on going. I think we've got a couple of dudes chilling out down below, getting up. We've got a Wendigo here. We'll mag dump him. I think we've got a Lucky Stagger, thanks to... nice, you're in a wall. That makes it easy for me. Lucky Stagger due to Tank Killer there, so that's good. We've got a couple of ghouls running at us. We'll try to hold the line here. Go around the corner. There we go. And we can watch them as they come through. Where are you, mate? See you around somewhere. Also, I know that I'm not playing Nuclear Winter properly now because I've got to be jumping every time I see something to fight, but it's not going to really be helping me in here. Suffice it to say, that was a waste of time. Now, another good thing about Fallout World server is I can just, like, properly go full auto and I have to save these for, like, a queen battle because I can just make more at will. So that's good. No slab squatting. Get out of here. Good news, the sun is setting, so maybe you won't get sunburnt in a few in-game hours. Isn't that nice? That's going to be a problem for me, being sunburnt, and oof, that accuracy, though. Luckily, we got quick hands. Ooh, I saw that. There's a tracer going backwards. There we go, a little bit of ricochet damage there, and okay, you're a little bit more tanky than I first thought there. There we go. Alright, that one goes down significantly easier. Probably had a little bit of a lag spike there. Might have a few hounds showing up in a second. Got to look out for crazy laser gun guy. We'll stick around this thing here. Oh, you're a super sledge. Good. Do we not have a laser guy with us at all? Oh, wait. No, there he is. Ah, though. Note my damage resistance here. 123 in the laser, in the energy. So what are you going to do, mate? You're going to reload because you shot all your bullets, then you moved out of cover, and then decided to reload. Bad tactical decision for you. We're definitely playing Nuclear Winter. We gotta look out for these people sitting in the bushes because they do that. And then if you find a bunch of people spawn in one spot, we're gonna get the follow through bonus here. If you find them sitting in the one spot, just nice quick hands roll there, and we got smashed there with that rock. Luckily, I got the follow through bonus on because that probably wouldn't have gone better there. I'm gonna quickly stim pack, but you know, the AFKs are about. They have to be. They're everywhere. So we've got to make sure we stay on top of that and kick them out of the server. If anything, it's just free kills, right? Alright, if any segment for this thing to struggle in, this is probably going to be the second hardest. I don't think anything was more difficult than the West Tech area because we had a bunch of people from a bunch of wide open areas shooting at us at once, which is bad. But now we kind of can control it a little bit easier. And, oof, we've got to mag dump this guy a few times. There we go. There's the jumping powers we need to sustain our victory. So crack it over there. Ah, he was standing still. Must have been an AFK. I see. Told you they'd show up. And whoops, I'm sneaking again. Sorry. I forgot that I was allergic to sneaking. Totally autopilot there. Take you out. Alright. Far-flung fireworks actually got the My Alert Queen out. We'll go ahead and hit her just so we can get a bit of follow-through bonus about us. And I'm kind of worried to see what she'll do if she actually hits us. So I'm going to stick back here, maybe. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to charge right in. Now, for this fight, Tormentor would have been a really good pick because I could have just shot at her legs or caused stagger by a crippling and such. And probably not a great idea just to fight her like this, actually. I'm thinking the better idea would be to... Well, actually, I can just break her pathing, so that's all good. And she forgot... Oh, she's actually jumped down. I didn't expect anything like that. I think the follow-through bonus is wearing off. No, she shot into reverse and smashed down the accelerator. Just dropped the clutch and smashed reverse in. Interesting. So you'll note when I was getting the follow-through bonus before, what was that? Is it a My Alert King from out of nowhere? Yep, there's a My Alert King right there. That's scary. Gonna run up here now. What are you gonna do? Carry damage over time on sound waves? I dare you, mate. I bloody dare. Alright, looks like we've got one more. Oh, it's just a little babby crab. Alright. Here's another thing that I discovered with Berserker weapons. Note the damage now on the frag grenade. 308. If I unequip this, 233. So a little bit like the Junkies effect back first observed doing that. We're basically doing the same thing. And just in case the My Alert Queen has a baby under her. I think she's alright. I don't even know what that was. It's gone now. Okay, now to fight the dreaded Scorched and the Scorchbeast and stuff. That's okay. We can get ourselves even more damage reduction if we eat that, and a little bit of Rad Shield will help with the rads that they give out, and we'll top you up. Why the hell not? Just in case you want to break on me during combat. We've also got the Prime Receiver, which until now was kind of laying dormant, except for the fact that it did slightly more damage in a powerful auto. But despite the Scorchbeast doing a little bit of damage to me, when it actually shot at me with its sonic breath, it did barely any damage, and I think a lot of that is due to the dense chest piece as well. And I think I had one with extra... No. I had a different one that I made before that actually had a little bit of reduced explosion damage, which would have helped here as well. But that's okay. Oh yeah, we're making good time here. And a quick proc of quick hands there. Did a quick job at killing that Scorchbeast quickly. Unfortunate stagger there allowed us to get hit twice by the same chump. That's okay, we turned around, give him the old turn and burn. That's good. There's another one. He's trying to give me advice. They pity me enough to give me advice. They're telling me to run. Alright then. Don't actually know why the devs would bother giving them such a line, but it is what it is. Tell you what, this thing... when you fire it more and more, I think it's got like, it feels like the recoil increases as you go along. The first 10 or so from the burst seems to be fairly nice, but then starts jumping all about the place. I haven't seen anyone examine the recoil mechanics in this game in great detail. I guess it's not really that much of a thing, because you'd have Battlefield data miners and Simthic run the numbers and like give out spread patterns, and it's kind of not super needed here. Is that a Gutsy over there? Well, you can go away. Not a fan of you. If there's anything that I don't want to see a Berserker's build, is a bloody Colonel Gutsy. Also, I just had a thought here. If I eat some of this Halloween candy just to top up that and drink some of that, we might get some of our reduction back. We'll have to see how we go. Alright. Doing about the same damage as I had before, so that's alright. Or we can stop with the hipfire theatrics now. But if you want to make a pass and get closer, it's your bloody funeral, mate. Oh, you were shooting me from all the way back there, were ya? And even from this range, a non-suppressed handmade still has trouble reaching out to do maximum damage. Please give me this one. No? Alright then. That's alright. So, I think you get the point of this thing. I had to make a really special esoteric loadout to actually make it work. But if you're one of those against the grain players looking for something to challenge yourselves, and if there's people saying, oh, the game is way too easy, they should make it harder, how about you give yourself handicaps to challenge yourself and let the overpowered things stay as they are, right? Because why not? It's basically a sandbox game as it is, which with a bit of grind on the top, you know. So you may as well experiment with things if you're feeling bored, otherwise the game gets stagnant, like I've done today. So, what's the verdict on this? Wouldn't daily it, that's for sure. Did I have fun? Yep. Is it a kind of a waste of resources and time to actually activate this, knowing that it won't be ever inferior? It's always going to be inferior to stuff that is on meta. It's not a waste of time at all. Nah, it's good fun. Isn't that the goal at the end of the day? To have a bit of fun while playing Fallout? Yeah. Going for a full try-hard loadout? Definitely no, but if you're looking to have a bit of fun doing something a little bit different, then go ahead. And if you want to be more effective, just utilize Sneak and a Suppressor. Pretty simple? Yeah, simple. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm out of here.